Hi, I wanted to do a message since we couldn't be at church. I haven't done this in a long time, so I hope it's good, and I think it's a pretty good message of what I'm preaching on. I'm preaching on 2 types of dinosaurs, which I hope everybody knows I like. And the 2 types is Velociraptor and Pachycephalosaurus. So this is just a maybe shortish message. And with saying that, let's get started. So the first dinosaur I want to talk on is the Velociraptor, which is one of the popular dinosaurs in the movie Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and the movie Jurassic World. I'm pretty sure, called Jurassic World Indominus Escape. And with that being said, let's get started on talking with the raptor. So, if you can see, if you've ever watched Jurassic Park, which the most one I've watched close enough is Jurassic Park 3, which is the last Jurassic Park that they have made. And if you know, at some point, Alan and the people who drops up on the island, they go into a place which there's a few bottles of things with DNA and some kind of stuff, and then the girl that went with them, inside of one, they see a raptor face, which I don't know if thinks is real. So she gets a little closer, and as you can see, the real Velociraptor is not inside of it; it's behind it, which you can see its face perfectly well. Think it's inside of it, and then as she gets closer, you see the Velociraptor's eye move up. Now, with that being said, as I said, you think it's a real raptor because, you think it's a fake raptor because it's inside, because you think it's inside that thing, and those were just DNA kind of things, except it was behind it, and it stayed completely still, actually, about how still a statue can stand. So when its eye moved, they all screamed and ran, which how smart the raptor was at that point of the movie, acting like a fake raptor, which everybody thought was fake. And that is very smart of a raptor, which, with that being said, I have figured out the raptors is actually known the smartest dinosaurs that have ever walked the earth, which is known the Velociraptor. And that's the only one I've watched in a long time.
That seems like basic to me.
Yes, so with that being said, I'm going to compare Jesus and God to the raptors. I might say some more things about the raptor, except let's get started on that. So, in the 3rd Jurassic Park, when the raptor is acting like a statue, how smart the raptors are. Completely still as a statue. Now, I'm just asking, unless you actually get on Facebook and ask me this question, well, do you think if you were a raptor, you would be the smartest dinosaur on Earth? Well, if you were the smartest dinosaur on Earth, then that'd be pretty cool, I'm guessing. So if you were the smartest raptor on the world, which is the Velociraptor, and except the Velociraptor that you was the Jurassic Park's 3rd raptor, and you were behind that thing, you are still as a statue. I think that there's no other type of dinosaur. Maybe the copies, which I'm not talking about. Well, maybe the copies could stay a little still, except I don't think any are smarter than the Velociraptor. Except, do you think that you would think a raptor. I
yeah,
still have the statue
Talk about
behind
it.
something, which are all DNA things. I'm asking you, do you think, you would think it was a real or a fake raptor? Which, with that being said, that's pretty smart of a raptor. So let's compare. Jesus and God is pretty smart, and I tell you, they are very smart, not pretty smart. So, do you think
we know he at least
Jesus
had
and God
two
could
wives
stand
because
behind something, and
Abraham
somebody
told
would
the one
think
king
it was
that,
fake? Well, they
Sarai
have many
or
powers. They
Sarah
can easily
was
do
his
that. Well, with that being said,
sister by his
Jesus
dad,
and God
not
are
by
the
his mother.
smartest people, smarter than a
So we know
velociraptor
they had the same dad.
that has
Now
ever
it's weird. They
walked
were
the earth,
31 that he
which
says that it was his daughter-in-law.
before,
His wife was
even before
his
crazy
wife.
things were living,
I
which
was
would probably be
fucked
before
up.
the dinosaurs, which I don't even want to talk about because that would be, well,
Anyway,
which before,
I got all
even
these
God was
answers.
pretty smart at that
I
time.
even know how
Very
old
smart.
Abraham was
He
when
created the whole world
I know how old he
without the
was when Ishmael was
velociraptor,
born,
which
and
the
how old he was
velociraptor
when
wasn't
Isaac
even
was
alive.
born.
I'm
I
guessing
just don't know if there's enough
whoever made the
there.
first dinosaur. I don't know, whatever. It was probably God and
You know,
Jesus.
I don't-
Except I don't know.
I
I've
guess
never,
it's
because it does
I don't
not
know
talk
if
about
that's enough information.
any making dinosaurs in the creations. Well, with that being said, let's compare. So Jesus and God is the smartest people ever, which were smart everywhere, every time, everywhere, and they're with you every time, everywhere. That's pretty cool, and that's pretty smart to be everywhere at every time. Which, with that being said, let's compare.
So you
The
read,
raptor-
let's see, 28.
And
The man died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity.
And you think the raptor, there's one thing that's a very big difference about Jesus and God and the raptor.
Okay.
If you were in a raptor, you'd think it looked pretty scary. I'm telling you, they're very scary. Except if you looked at God and Jesus, you wouldn't think they're scary. I mean, you'd be like, oh my goodness,
Okay.
that's
Then it
Jesus.
says, in the days of Terah were
That's
10
God.
and 5 years, and Terah
With
died
that
in
being
Haran.
said,
Okay.
that light is
I'm
pretty
gonna go
light.
forward
It just
here
put
a
me
little
blind. Whatever.
Now,
Well,
let's see. The Lord visits Abram. I'm kind of speeding up here. I don't
God
know the whole thing.
is the
visits
smartest
Abram, you see
person,
that. Get you
and
out of
probably
thy
smarter
country,
than
from the
Jesus,
kindred- from
who
the kindred
made
and from the father's
the
house.
earth and gave us
I'll make you
and
great
made
name.
people.
You know, the blessing, the promise.
to people at the very start of the creation, which is Adam and
I'm there
Eve.
at the end. He was 75 years old.
That's only
when he
two
departed
people
out of
on the
Haran.
earth that whole time. Except sooner or later, they had got
Do you
two
think
kids.
there's a
That
possibility
was Abel and the other one I cannot remember. Whatever. Cain and Abel. Yeah, Cain and
Terah
Abel.
died?
So they were the first two people who was born that got born on the whole planet. And except I'm not sure if they had the kids at that time or not.
Get out
Well,
here, down,
Satan
I'll show
is
you
in the
what
trees. And I
He's
tell you,
75 years
Satan
old
is
when
also
he
smart. Except you're gonna have to deal with it. Satan is smart. He'll come after you. Except you figure out that it is him. He's tricky.
Oh, okay. So
Except
see, now that's funny. You just said
you
that was going to be my
cannot
question.
get
Is that, do
tempted
you think
by
that's what it
Satan. If you have Jesus. Well, God made own commandments.
Because I've
Pretty
read,
smart. He made a whole earth. Pretty smart. And God is so smart. He can set, he can heal this planet. Even with the corona going
I mean,
around.
your dad just died.
And that is
You've not
smarter
known
than a
any life
velociraptor.
Before him.
I'm telling you, you think a velociraptor could heal land? I don't think so.
It would seem like a
But
good
I know
time to
God
tell you,
can.
okay, you've been here long enough. Get out of here.
He can take his hand,
Now, some
which
commentaries
he has a
think that
healing hand, the biggest ever. He takes it,
he,
puts it on this planet, and it is healed. Which a raptor cannot do that. It cannot take
'cause if that's
one
the
hand
case,
and 3
I've got
claws and
Terah
go beep. That
at about like what some.
not happening.
See, I don't
Well,
have my other notes over here. I was
Jesus,
seemed
made
I had
miracles.
Like 130 some years old.
which when Peter and John and some disciples were fishing, They put the net in the water
When he
multiple
would've had
times and never caught any fish.
But
Then they
it's
saw
not like
Jesus
you do
walking
that.
on the water.
That's the other thing too.
They all thought it was a ghost at first. Then when they got closer, they see Jesus. Then he said, put your net into the other side of the water and then draw it out. So they put it in the other side of the water and drew it out.
We don't have agents on the
And
inside.
they had like 1,000 fish. And it was so heavy it sunk the boat.
Now we don't. Now I know Sarah was 10 years younger than Abram, but
And that is
that only takes us so
pretty smart. Another miracle. When somebody was blind, Jesus took some mud on his hand and he wiped it across his eyes. And his eyes was healed. He could see again. And a raptor cannot take mud on his 3 claws, wipe it across someone's eyes, and then they can see. I mean, if God made him do that, which God is probably not going to make a raptor heal a person's eyes, which they are carnivores, so they'll probably eat the people. Not to be scared of, not to make people be scared, whatever. And that is pretty smart. Healing someone's eyes with mud on your hand, just swipe it across and they're healed. Now, raptor could not do that. With that being said, let's go. Let's see. Let's say when people are unsaved, very unsaved, they murder, they steal, they say God's name in vain, and they do adultery. Do you think a raptor could come up to them? No. Do you think a raptor could come up to them and just rebuke that sin? A raptor comes up and says, I rebuke you. No. A raptor would come up and eat them. But God, Jesus, they will come up and they would say, I rebuke the sin out of you. The sin will be gone.
Yeah.
They will be healed. They will be a great person. They wouldn't follow the flesh anymore. They'll follow the spirit. Which, don't give me a round of applause for that. That came from my dad. With that being said. Well, that is very smart.
I mean, I don't know that there's any appropriate way to read it.
And there's many more miracles that Jesus and God have done. Except, with that being said, I am finished with the Velociraptor. Now go to the one I probably like the most. One of my favorite dinosaurs is called the Pachycephalosaurus, which has a head-butting boy and air head, which can break through solid rock, which, with its charge, is actually very fast. It runs, headbutts, just like a bull. Just like a bull. It'll hit the solid rock. It will break into pieces. With that being said, in the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is the second one that they've made, if you've seen it, not Jesus. I was about to say Jesus. Something's getting ready for me to. I'm just gonna blurt out that name 100 times. Well, Owen and Claire are in a cage, which is practically in jail in a mansion. With that being said, so
now that's a good point.
When they realize a Pachycephalosaurus is in the room right next to them, which is also in a jail room, Owen figures out that he has just woke up. So when he whistled, every time Owen whistled, the Pachycephalosaurus would bang into the wall. And so he whistled enough, it cracked the wall open, and then it was in the same room of Claire and Owen. Except it liked to whistle. So Owen was near the cage that was near the door. And he whistled. It came after. He jumped up. It hit that cage, which was probably triple locked. It hit it, and it slammed right open and set him free. With the comparing, a Pachycephalosaurus A Pachycephalosaurus can set people free,
Abraham departed.
but not the same way that God can. God can set you free with no sin coming with you.
They came unto.
He sets that off, but he sets you free.
That's
Now
a
you're
great
free,
point.
except you're not free. And
He's 75 when he
fun
leaves.
free. Like, it's free time. You're free, except when you get set free. You get set free in Christ. Jesus Christ. Which, comparing that, Jesus and God has set many people free.
And
Which,
see, that's kinda
there's
how I
only
was
a
reading
few
this, not my second time through.
More dinosaurs that
But
has
I
been
thought I would ask you the
in
first
Jurassic
question
World
first, 'cause
Fallen
that would've
Kingdom
answered
and
anything.
Jurassic Park, which not talking about.
Then when
I
went
went
back and
to.
read it,
I just want to say, I love you all at church. I wish we could come with the corona around. We can't accept
and
this
well,
morning
now, obviously
and
it's not out of
this
the ordinary that they would have
morning
kids that late.
and mornings,
Now,
like
I said
other
not
days.
to-
The morning that I'm talking about this morning,
the
Tim.
line starts shrinking. I mean, you can see
We
Tim
all
lived
went
another
to
500
church,
years after this
which
guy
I
lived, and then it just
can't
starts
believe we
shrinking.
did. With the
Let's see,
corona,
it's like
we had to
300,
sit in our
400,
cars,
then 300,
but
then
still,
200.
people were
But
praising.
now,
They were
Abraham
singing. Tim was outside.
After Sarah died,
Patrick and the other people were
I'm not
outside
sure
singing.
if he
Tim was
gets married
preaching,
again, he starts
and
having kids, and that was well after,
I saw people waving their hands above their
that was
car,
well
like
after 130
open the
years old
roof
that
and
he
stick
was.
their hands out, started praising.
And
It was
so he
just.
got married and had some more
I
kids,
felt like
so
sitting
I
in
don't
this
think it would
car.
be out of the ordinary
and that
if he
morning,
would've started having
It was
kids.
better than inside. Like, I felt like everybody was
130. I mean,
doing
heck, he lived to 100.
better than they ever done inside the church.
So he had
Which I
another
still wish I could come in and
130.
greet all these people, because
He
when I
had
was in the
another
car, I didn't really get to talk to
75
anybody.
years of
Which
life left.
I tried to get a hold of
Ballpark.
Steve and Tim, which I couldn't have done.
So,
Wow,
you
wow.
know, I mean,
Except
that's only,
when they're
I'm
watching,
only half
when
of that.
you guys are watching, I'm
You're
sure
still 20
I'm
years
sure
from
you
that,
will
so, you know,
give me a thumbs up from
that's-
there.
That wasn't
Well,
an
with that
insult.
being
I
said,
was
thank
just
you
saying
very
that. I was
much
making
for
a point.
watching this video. And I'm so glad you got to
But
see
that's
it.
funny that you said that, because that was exactly what you
For the
said it
people
before
who's
I even
watching,
was going to bring it up, because all my
I love you guys all at church, and I hope we get to meet again.